Hey guys, welcome to another episode. Welcome back to Three Kings. I hope you guys have been alright. I hope everything's been going well. I hope you guys have had a great summer. So today I'm just going to talk about how I got my job at Debenhams. Yes, I work at Debenhams now. Yay! But yeah, so basically I work in Debenhams and Rugby. A new Debenhams just opened in Rugby, so I got a job there, and hopefully, I'm gonna work in Swansea soon. But so basically for the job, I just went on the careers website, Debenhams career website. I'm gonna put a link down below just in case if I don't know. Anyways, but it's easy to get. So just Google Debenhams careers on Google, and I just filled out the application form. It was quite simple. It wasn't too long. It was about 20 minutes thereabouts. Like, it was just straightforward, straight to the point and everything. I can't remember having to write essays, but it had questionnaires, all them things like what would you do in this situation and all of that. So I had that, and then I think maybe 3, 4, 5 days later, I got a call for a telephone interview. So for my telephone interview, I just did a lot of research. Everything's online, literally. All I typed in was Debenhams interview, and I saw all the questions they've asked people in the past and everything. So I literally did my research. I did research on sorry guys, I just wrote it down. I did research on the services they offer, because they've got like personal shopping, they've got Virgin Holidays, they've got money exchange, they've got so many services. So I did my research on that. I did my research on them being like a big department store and everything. So so I had my telephone interview. I literally had my book in front of me, like all the questions, like why Debenhams, all those things, like why this job. And also, because I was applying for the sales advisor role, I had to research about that role and know like all the in-depth of the role. So I didn't just do, like when they were like, oh, what makes you think you can do this? Like, I just said everything they literally wrote in the description. Like, oh, I think I can do this, I think I can do that. So I wrote all that, I said all that, and I was really nervous, but I just had to, act confident. And then basically they tell you there and there whether you got it or not. So he told me, oh yeah, you've been successful. You're gonna have to have a face-to-face interview, and I got that for maybe like 2 days after. Went for my face-to-face interview, and then the thing at that point, I'm not even gonna lie, I was feeling a bit low. So I applied for so many jobs. At this point, I was like, you know what, whatever. I just went in, because I think my problem with interviews was I was saying what I thought they wanted to hear. But with this interview, I was literally myself. I just gave them banter and everything. I made jokes, obviously appropriate jokes. But yeah, I just went in and just did my thing, and yeah, no, I'm joking. Nah, like it was like similar questions to the telephone interview, and I can't remember a lot of the questions, guys. But everything's on, like, literally all you have to do is Google it, and you find it on different websites where people have written what questions they've been asked. And so I just literally said everything I said in my telephone interview, but in depth, and I made sure I did even more research. So what they wanted and everything, interview tips and tricks, all that, everything's online. So yeah, I did that, and the guy asked me, oh, do you have any questions? And I was like, oh, what are you looking for in a sales advisor? And he just told me everything. Because the thing is, even though that question didn't really, the thing is that, because one of the things I read was you have to ask a question just so it kind of looks like even you know what you're doing. Like, just act confident. Even if you're not confident, trust me, I was hot and sweaty in that room. I was so nervous, but you just have to act like you know what you're doing. So anyways, I went for my interview, and I think 2 days later I got an email saying I got the job. And yeah, after that I just did my training for about a month thereabout, and yeah, I'm working in store now. So that's pretty much how I got the job. Like, I had to do like my till training, like what other training, like engaging customers and everything. So yeah, it was pretty simple and pretty just straightforward. I think it's probably one of the most straightforward like job interviews, like, and job things I've done. But yeah guys, so that was literally how I got my job at Debenhams. And
So anti-legs.
oh my gosh.
Anyway, so what are your top 5 tips for getting a job, especially when you're being discouraged by everything else?
I think you just have to be yourself. That's number one. And also, because for me, I realized that I'd had like quite a few interviews, but I wasn't getting the job. I'd get through to interview stage and I wasn't getting the job. So I realized what I was doing wrong was saying things I thought they wanted to hear instead of just being myself. Because they want to see the real you. They want to know who they're hiring. And if you're there giving them the same answers that every other person's giving them, nothing makes you distinct. I think that's number one. Be yourself. Number two, I would say research. Research the role, research the company. You don't want to be there. They'll be like, oh, what's McDonald's about? And you're there like, I think you guys sell food. Obviously, you don't want to do that. So that's the one thing. Number three, I would say, you know what? I don't think there's up to 5 tips really. What I would say is research the role, research the company, be yourself. And for me, I prayed. I'm not even gonna lie. I literally just said, God, take control. And I had people praying for me. I had my people supporting me out there with prayers. Shout out to Busty. I'm joking. But yeah. But yeah, guys, literally be yourself, do your research, and you're good to go. Thank you.
Bye, Auntie.
Bye, guys.
Say bye, Auntie.
Bye, Auntie.